first episode of 2026. Welcome to Centro Cultural Mexicano's Voces que Luchan e Inspiran podcast. My name is Mariana Martínez. I'm your co-host and executive director, and I'm here with my co-host,
José, Batista, the events and communication manager.
So we're super excited to get started. The year, so much to talk about, so much to say. But today we are actually welcoming an amazing person, amazing artist that we wanted you to hear. So we are welcoming María Casey, and I'm going to read her bio before we get to her. But lots of questions and lots of fun things. But first, so Happy New Year. I wish I had Happy New Year. I think that we can do that. But yeah, welcome, Maria. Maria is...
Thank you for having me.
Yes, welcome. Maria is a Mexican artist, educator, and the founder of the Fat Brush Art Workshop. I love the name.
Yes.
With a background in interior design and fine art training in Mexico and France, she has spent over a decade using art as a tool for self-expression, healing, and community connection. I love the healing.
Yes.
Maria currently teaches art to students of all abilities, including individuals with special needs, and has led creative programs with schools, community organizations, and medical centers. Deeply connected to her cultural roots, she's also known for her large-scale Dia de Muertos altars and for creating international projects that blend art, sustainability, and cultural celebration. Maria, amazing. Welcome to the podcast. Tell us about, well, obviously I just read your whole life here, but anything that you want to start with? Who are you? How did you get to where you are? Anything you want to share before we dive deeper into all the questions?
If I want to tell you about me, we can spend a lot of programs.
That's okay. We have the time. This is why we're here.
But I really appreciate you having me for this new experience. For me, it's my second time here, and my English is not very well, but I will try.
It's perfectly fine. And again, we can speak Spanglish, right? Is that we can say that?
Yes. Well, I'm an artist, so I'm an interior designer. I'm studying in Mexico City, but I'm from Puebla.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, and I work for a lot of years for interior designer, and I have a good bosses, and they push me to do in my business in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, that's really interesting because when I moved to Mexico and start my big business, is because my boss told me, you don't need to stay here. You need to you have a lot of potential to doing something else. So I'm open my business for 14 years, and in these years, I have workshops in World Trade Center.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. In Mexico City.
Mexico.
That's amazing. Can I just say something? And I'll say it just because I'm a boss too. But I love that somebody like your supervisor was like, "Hey, you probably reached your limit, or there's only so far you can go here," and encourage you, right? Like I don't know. I think that's awesome.
Well, I live a lot of experience in my business in Mexico. It's my third business. In
Wow.
Mexico, and
Okay.
it is my fourth business in USA. I never expect have a business in USA.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But well, you never know what's going on in your life.
Yep.
So in that time when I had my business, I make a magazine art too. I work with the magazine company for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the same time, for 14 years, I work for the TV programs and provide to my community every week for 3 minutes tips for interior designers.
Oh, I love it. So for the magazine, what was it exactly? Was it also art, or
Yes.
like you were editor, or you were like in charge of the...
In my business in Mexico, I says divide in two things.
Mm-hmm.
One is for art,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one is for kitchens and interior design.
Okay.
So I never expect environment TV, and I don't know what I want to do there, but they love the craft I make, and you can make like a walls design, like murals, like I use stamps to doing something in your kitchen or in your bathroom, or how's the way to paint furnitures, all these kind of tips. I work in the TV for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And in this time, when somebody discovered me and invite me to represent some paint, a company paint in Mexico, I need to be prepared for represent this company, really important company.
Oh,
It's
like painting, art painting, or like paint?
Like a
Mhm.
cell art, cell
Okay,
paints,
got it, yeah.
cell paints. They discovered me in the World Trade Center. So I work every year for publishing my business and the business the other companies I work for. So that happened. I spent 1 year in Europe and met old friends, and I make a beautiful
Can we talk about that?
things. So I learned so much. And when I came and returned to my Mexico, well, I started to work and travel in different places around the world
That's
to
amazing.
sell the project for the products they sell. It's a big compromise.
Yeah, it is definitely a big commitment. I was gonna say, well, sometimes how does that go? The saying of like you're not. I can't say it in English, or I can't even think about it in Spanish. But when you go, you have to go somewhere else to be recognized, or you become more famous when you actually leave your country and come back, right? Like you even more appreciate it. How does it go? Like, the prophet. I forget. I'm not gonna.
It's really scary
Something
at the
like
beginning.
yeah, right.
It's really scary at the beginning because the people know me because the magazine have a lot of projects on it only in Mexico, in La República Mexicana. But in different states in Mexico. But when you provide different techniques to specific people or engineers or architects or decorators or something, is different step. So I'm really afraid in the beginning, of course. I traveled to different places like South America, all the north to Mexico, and explain to them the best way to use the product. And of course, I need to sell those.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big compromise with my company. But the first year was a little tight, little hard, but little, because these products, they are really good. And of course, your creation to make crazy things to use it is the best part.
Well, it sounds like you had some type of flexibility and liberty to kind of like play with your art that brought you to, right?
Well, I think
self-expression, maybe? Is that accurate?
The artists, we are cuckoo.
Mm-hmm.
We are cuckoo.
Not just the art. You have to be crazy, right?
Of course, the creativity never stops. If you need to sell something, you need to think in what way you need to use or use the other people to sell, because of course you need to make money in that way. But you discover things about you and the other people help you. They think I help them, but no, I think they help me.
Right, because you were picking up along
it's
the
like a really interesting job I did for a lot of years. So.
I love it. And you traveled a lot. Well, I mean, what was your favorite? I love to talk about France, obviously, because that's a personal interest of mine. Apprentices and French National, and I had the opportunity to live there for a long time. So every time I hear that, I get really close to my heart. But tell me, maybe what your adventures internationally and how that helped you grow, right? Like,
yes, I never expect something like that happen in my life. But the person,
you mean like you didn't expect to travel so much for your art?
Never in my life. But it's the weird part. I was divorced in that time, so I have a chance to do too many things. So.
You're like, this is it, my life.
Yes. I never expect that my opportunity. So
they say that there's we have human beings have two lives. The first one, I have to think of these things. The second one starts when you realize you only had one or something along those lines. So, sometimes divorce is a little bit like that. Like, that's it. This is everything that I held. This is what I'm,
Yes. The life is surprise you every day. So
yeah.
And I told the guy, though, I don't think I can do that because I can handle my business. The workers I have, they work for me, and plus travel, I think was so big compromise. Especially because you need to stay in your business, because if something happened, somebody need to respond.
Yeah.
But I have a good personals. They work very well for me. They are really, really thankful with them. I have it because I have 15 families in my business.
Oh, wow.
And all of them, they help me. I think they like me.
I think so.
So besides that, I start to make big projects, big decoration for business, travel in different places, and create too many other things. Not only one staff. They doing things. They like I don't know if you want to know the restaurant Rainforest. Somebody know that?
Is it in
Rainforest in Disneyland?
Oh.
No.
I was like in Seattle.
This restaurant
is that like a big chain? Is that the big? It's like a you come in and it looks like a jungle. Yes, I know which one you're talking about. It's a chain, yeah.
I make those ones 7 in Mexico, in different places to Mexico.
Oh wow!
Yes.
So you're the one who designed it, and like when you come in, you have it feels like you come into a jungle, literally, right, or a forest. Yeah.
The most hard for me is find somebody help me to make and teach me the best way to make trees in the natural size.
Oh. Wow!
So
plastic? What kind of materials did you use?
Chemicals. Okay. Always we make chemicals. But my first project was crazy.
That's huge.
Crazy. A lot of money. I'm used it for make those ones, but I never expect I will. When I did, I said, "Oh my God, I did finally!"
I love it.
Then I make 7 in different places. One in Monterrey. One in
those restaurants are big. They are actually really big, and that experience is literally you come in and it feels like you're walking into nature, right?
But in these projects, you express all your abilities to make art. Not only paint, not only create things, you make real art.
Right.
So
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. Well, we also, go ahead.
Would you consider that to be your most challenging project, or do you have another one that you love now, but looking back at it, you're like, oh, that was hard to do?
Yes, it was really hard.
Yeah.
And the best part, the architect we work with, we are in the same affair to make it, but we don't know until they are done. So we work together for this time, and when we are finally they are done, I say, Maria, I never expect that one happen. You go, me neither, but we did.
It's almost like a surprise.
Surprise in those ways. It's like the best way to work and to have a good team to work. Because you never do it by yourself, everything. You need always a team. It's to work together, make you successful.
Yeah. I love to hear that because I often, sorry, I have this thing big. I can't see your face. Too late to adjust the microphones here, but I can't see Jose. He's in the middle. But
I see you very well.
I love to hear, many people are like, well, I'm self-made and this, and I believe it, right? Like strap, your boots, let's go and do it. But I truly believe that that's not necessarily true because there's always people who believed in you. Maybe that first boss that believed that you could do it. Maybe that friend that helped you take care of your children while you work, right? Whatever it is, we are always in community, even if we don't see it, and you never get to where you are alone, right? And in a project for work, even if you lead, like you wouldn't be able to do everything you do if it wasn't for those who supported you. So I think I love that you are seeing, you saying, I working with the architect, right? Like we didn't envision it and then something new came, but you always worked with your team. So
of course,
that sounds, I love to hear that collective.
It's hard to do everything by yourself. Always need to find a lot of people with different abilities and they enrich the abilities that you have.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I've learned that like in this role, I feel like I'm very creative and I like events, but putting everything in a list, I feel like Mariana has helped me to
project
really
management.
center my thoughts and just be organized. Because once you get everything, you think you're organized because you do it all by yourself. But once you're working with a big team and you start seeing things that you can improve on, it's great.
It's fantastic. It's just really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. So.
Well, as an artist, you have that code or right, like that switch of creativity, and that doesn't necessarily mean that all the ideas are come in and it's synchronicity, even though they just like this and this and then I'm like, okay, we need to put all that into a chronological timeline.
I think you start with something, and when you still work every single day, depend how kind of projects coming for you to project, you discover more things.
Yeah.
Don't only make lines, you make curves, you make a different kind of design because you need to make money, and this is the best reason. I have a kid. My kid wasn't that time really young. Of course, I need to. This is my inspiration. So not only for me. So discover too many things to make good money. And in short time.
Right. I think I love that you're bringing money because I think it's a really important subject, right? Like many artists, like, oh, I don't know if I can do this because, can you actually live out of, just creating art, and is that possible? And I heard once, and I truly believe that the fact that money is energy. And so to me, it's the outcome of what you do, right? It's like a bystander. I don't know if that's the right word, but you pour your heart into what you do, and money will come, right?
Yeah.
But if you do it backwards, like if you say, I have to, put money first, it's backward. Like the formula doesn't necessarily work. You're going to hit a wall because you're perhaps not enjoying what you're doing, right? Like I think and I see this really present in artists. Like I am going to do what I want to do or what I see in my vision. And then money comes into the picture or the equation because you're giving it all, right? Like you're giving yourself, and there's also that balance of, I have to sustain myself and I have to, right, like make a living. But when you don't give that importance to money, and I know it's easier said than done for sure, but when you really say, okay, I'm doing this because I love it, and you are able to channel and go with the flow, and money comes because you're doing what you love.
I really agree with you. So never put money on it. You need to put love in something you did. So because artists, I make a bunch of lists about artists, and the place where I live is a lot of good artists.
Right.
It says you start with the competition with others pretty good, but why you don't express by yourself? Why you don't create your own style?
Yes, I love that.
Your own style is unique because nobody is maybe similar to others, and the technology help us to make art in different way. But why you don't start to make something your style? Because María Guadalupe Casey is only one in the world.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody say we have 5 persons in the world, but I don't know. I never met the other. Like
Well,
me. So.
I'm Mariana Martínez are like a million of them, but only Mariana was this fingerprint or something. No, I love that unique, and sorry, I'm really chatty, Jose. Just jump in. But I think I absolutely agree. I think when we search, and I know we've talked about validation, right, in the past, and this topic we can talk for hours. When you search for validation externally, that's when you imitate. That's when your ideas are perhaps not original, or where should I do this because this person likes it or not, or etc. Versus looking for validation internally, like this is what I want. This conveys what I really want to. That's where everything flows, and where you really can bring the uniqueness that I believe all of us have something to bring to the world and to teach, right? Like what we learn, then you share it to the world. So
yes, and when I stuck, I think it's only me and other artists did too, because some customers they give it to you something specific. And you can use the technology for open your brain, but in the end of this situation, you want to put your personal touch.
Yeah.
Right. And now, especially nowadays with technology, I feel that maybe some people are using it to skip a step of originality, right? Like, or using all these tools that I feel if you don't use them, you're going to stay behind, right? Like, I don't want to be that dinosaur 10 years from now. Like, I never wanted to use ChatGPT. Like, no, you have to use them. You either start learning how to use it to your advantage, or you're going to stay behind. I truly feel that AI that's the future, but that doesn't mean that it's going to replace humans, and especially in the arts and creativity. It's not. It gets fed what human being, our knowledge as a collective, but art is something that's so unique that could never be conveyed. I mean, it could, but then that's when you can, when it's not original, right?
I was just watching an interview with Guillermo del Toro.
Oh yeah,
And he
I love
said
it.
how he can just use AI to make a movie.
Right,
But then it'll
exactly.
just be another movie. It wouldn't be a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Exactly.
So, yeah. It's funny that you said that.
That special, that particular perspective. And I think he was saying something like, how do you know when you're really good at movies, like how do you know the art, when you know the artist or the actor that's going to be portraying the main character? And he said, I look at them in the eyes.
Oh.
And then the eyes. Well, yes, I also, when I hire people, I look at them and I know. And that's where you see the soul, right? Like, because that's not something a machine can do. Like, I just not. So
Well, I really agree that the best way to select somebody to work with is hard. So, but you need to, we are energy. So, and the best way to know if you're a good person or not, of course, is the energy first, but your eyes is the second one. So,
The chemistry. There is such thing.
Yes, I believe in that. So.
Chemistry, work relationships. I think 100%. Well, you told us your journey and how you got to where you are, but like when would you say your artistic journey began? Like, was it when you were little? When did you know that like art is what calls me and where I should go? And maybe you knew it right away. Maybe that's something you learn along the way when you were traveling. Maybe it was your job that was like pushing you to see, because sometimes other people see it for us, not, you're like, Jose, you do great at this, and he's like, did I? Like, for example, I don't know, like when
something.
For example, don't air out the laundry.
No, I'm just saying, like, when people are talented and you're like, hey, like let's bring that more, right? Like, it was just, I'm kidding, I was totally. Yeah, no, was it something? Yeah, when was that for you? Or when do you recall that being for you?
I think that happened by accident. So I never expected I want to be totally 100% artist. So that happened by accident because I was single for 8 years. And I never expect marry again. Who wants to marry with an old girl? So, but well happened. And when that one happened, my life changed totally. So first, because I never expect live in USA. I never in my entire life, but that happened.
To like move to the US?
Yeah,
okay.
Never. When that one happened, I need to learn everything about, because never is the same visit or work for a short time and you return to your house, to country, and stay 100% here.
Yeah.
So you need to learn the language, you need to learn the culture, you need to learn everything, the system.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for me. I think not only for me, I think all the people move and live in another country.
Oh, 100%.
It's 100%. But well, something happened. I feel a lot of trauma for that. And I say, so what I want to do, continue with something I really enjoy it. So I'm crying and return 3 times to my country. But well, finally I'm here. So I'm here, I have a big compromise with me and I need to learn. Be strong in that way.
Yeah.
So and try to. I did a lot of things in the beginning. I don't have a family. I only live here. My husband, my son decided to live in Guadalajara, Mexico, and I feel lonely. I feel like nobody support me, and I feel like, oh my God, I need more.
Yeah.
But well, finally I did. I think I feel really strong for something I really enjoy, and start to donate my time with old people, with kids, in different places, in different places. All the places I need me, I was there. So of course, the only reason I did that one is because I need to practice my English, and I need to learn. And the first like a hard part for me, my son, because my son told me, Mommy, you don't pronounce well. You go, maybe I never do anything. Help me, please.
Well, you speak perfectly fine. You understand. But I get it. I've moved to different countries, and when I moved to France, I was about 23 or 4, and I moved to the U.S. when I was 15. I don't remember learning English. I remember learning English being a little challenging, but I don't remember it being that challenging. Whereas French, I was like crying. I was like, I know how, why, and I had to start over after everything I've done. So, but I think as a perspective that you bring in life, you either, every challenge, right? Is it either going to bring me, I can either go through it crying, or I can go through it thinking about it. This is an opportunity and a possibility to learn. And that's something we may lose as we grow, right? Like the older we are, because things get harder, our memory, we don't exercise our memory. We're just like, closer to learning. And I love that you were receptive to say, let's learn. And I have to learn. Let me figure out how to do it. And look, you are perfectly bilingual.
Well, my students, I work for a Catholic school for a lot of years, for almost 9 years. And my students help me a lot. I prepare my classes with a lot of time ahead because I don't want to make any mistakes. No problem with the kids. The problem is the big kids because they pay attention exactly what you say.
Oh yeah, every word for
I'm
word.
afraid of teenagers.
And control, exactly. And
For
control.
me, it's children. Like, because everything you say, they repeat, and you're like, oh god,
I
now
love
how do
children.
Oh, really?
Children love me, but
Okay,
teenagers.
so next time, all the children go with you. When you're the teenagers, I just talk to them like adults. Actually, I talk to children and teenagers as adults. Period. I
That's it.
don't cut them any slack.
And it's so nice because I remember my last day in my school, the last year, and my principal told me, Maria, I'm really proud of you because it's a big difference when I met you the first time and now. So means these 240 kids a week help me a lot to listen the voice with English in this moment. So I'm really thankful for that. So I love my students. So thank you.
I love it. And so much to learn. We often think, oh,
lot.
you're young, you don't have nothing. No, I think I need to take my, well, my staff is younger than me and they keep me on my toes. It's always good to hang out with
Yes.
younger folks
Yes.
because they're like, you don't know the song? Oh, Mariana. Like, I think, didn't you ask me, what was it, a show or something?
Gossip Girl.
I know, and I was like, what are you talking about? He's
Like-
like, Mariana, are you serious? I was like, yes, perfectly serious. It's good. Like hanging out with youth, it just helps you stay young, I think, right? Did we talk about your earliest or your, as far as you remember, artistic influences? Did we
I don't think
Was
we hit
there-
on that. And I'm on your website and I see that you had a dress like Frida.
Yes,
Dress-
dress.
Frida.
that's my TBD custom for Halloween.
Yes, that happened because I told you we need to, in this business, we need to be creative a lot of things. So, Dress Like Frida started 4 years ago. I never expected they want to be international. I decided to select these artists because these artists have a good connection with old people in different ages. And at the time, the artists work with recycled materials because by the pandemic, I start to make too many things, more than 100% my art by recycled things. So, well, why don't make something like that for all the kids? And the Fat Brush post the first, what you say, the event, and was really, really good. But the last year, I have a lot of people in different places around the world. Colombia, Venezuela,
love it.
Mexico, USA, Veracruz. So 42 people work in my contest.
I love it.
It's so fantastic. It's hard to select the best ones and for the judge because I don't want to be there. So I never expect that one, and of course I want to prepare on time the number 5 this year.
Oh, we should
So
think of a collaboration. I think this
Why
is
not?
amazing.
Why
yes.
not?
Yolanda.
Oh God,
Yolanda,
yes. We have to bring
Yolanda.
Yolanda to one of our
Yes.
podcasts. She's like our number one.
Yes,
She's
but-
my number one critique.
but
I
you
have
know,
to be careful with
the best part for that one, everything you created for Dress Like Frida need to be by recycle. But this years I want to make more the only plastic. So I want my people use more than one. So my goal is make some posted in my website to doing real clothes with recycled things.
Ooh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The University of Washington support my contest, and I'm really thankful for that because we are in the same way. So I collaborate with them with a lot of kind of projects. But when they tell me they want to help me and support my project for Dress Like Frida International, made me feel like, oh my God, I need to grind. So I'm so excited for it.
I love it. And little break here. Maria is actually going to help us with a workshop. If we didn't do it officially, we are working with the city of Redmond, which is where we're located.
Thank you.
With their environmental sustainability project, and we've done different things among those workshop art that talks about recycling, etc. And we've also done focus groups. And a great idea that we're going to be doing working with
Yes.
Maria is creating art based on recycled things,
And
right?
all the big projects I did that I had let me breathe. My altar de dress, Dia de los
Ofrenda,
Muertos,
ofrenda,
mi
ajá.
ofrenda, I'm stuck that one. Sorry about that. Was they make it only by recycle. All the materials I use is by recycle. I make
Let's
tamales.
do our ofrenda for this
I
year.
make mole by recycle. I make all this kind of stuff because my
Like,
mole.
Yeah, like I imagine
Mole.
art, not that
course.
food.
Art.
Jose,
Yeah, but look really realistic.
it's like
So-
food with recycle.
Yes, because tembe itself, that is incomplete if they don't have a food.
Like-
It's part of our tradition. And all my art, all my elements I put it there is make it by recycle. And it's huge. Make me 5 months to make one.
Is
wow.
this the one that was
I was like-
featured in St. James Cathedral?
Yes.
I was gonna say, let's do it for. Oh wow!
Thank you.
Let's
Thank
do.
you.
I'm thinking this is something we can do here for this
Why
year.
Like, you also made the
and
candles?
like promote.
But Yolanda did a good job.
I know. No, like, but believe me, Yolanda is like.
Yolanda,
We have to interview her because we've talked about her.
Yolanda, that same day we were doing the altar, she had a doctor's appointment, and she goes like, "You better not touch it." And I'm back. I'm like, "Okay."
I said, no problem.
oh my God, Jose.
And it's so funny because her ears are ringing probably now, but one of her favorite tools is this thing that like it's like an extended arm that you like move and it grabs things. And I can see her like to work on the decorations and things. And I think somebody misplaced it once, and
Yeah.
she was so upset. Like,
If we found it.
don't make Yolanda upset. But yeah,
Be careful.
no, I love this. I think the idea, and I think mainly surely something that came out of your being, right? Like, why not start making art with recycling? And it's not a new idea, brand new idea, but then being able to channel your talent to something with materials that we all have at our disposal. That's where the creativity is. That's
know.
where the originality is. And I think I love it. And I think we need to promote more
We need
than
to
that.
format. So, and I remember by the pandemic, I need to provide my workshops by online.
Yeah.
And I need,
was
oh my
painful.
God, what I want to do. So the kids, they can have materials. So I start to make things by cardboard, by all the elements
Put
I
everything
have
in front
in
of
my
you, right?
house, and works very well.
Yeah.
Well, my students don't do a good job, but work.
But that's where the creativity, like we
Yes.
need creativity and curiosity in life. Like
Yes.
that's where imagination drops. Like you need it to get started. Like
the our job, like a teacher, we provide art for them. It's not they create my art. You need to put the seeds to the any head to my students to discover things about them. So they want to know if they like math or they like science. No, only need to be an artist. They discover another ability.
something else. Or
So-
maybe this is what this brings to something else and to something else. And
Exactly. I think we have a very big responsibility with them.
yeah.
I'm an artist. It's
Right.
it's my classes is not really important. But in the end, to the school, this is really important
Right.
because they did the students make amazing things, and like you encourage them to doing something
To
in the
something
future.
else, like you pave the path. I love this, and I can't. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get into my mystical new age speech here, but I really do think that the key to, abundance. The way to abundance is many things, right? Like one is discipline. I strongly believe in that, but I really do think it's imagination and curiosity, because that's the door to imagining the next step, or like, right, if you and through art, it can inspire you to say, oh, now that I'm making this, right, like
Yes.
it brings me, now this is something I would need to change from work, or like maybe this is the job that I need to, like, so it's that curiosity and there's that imagination that opens the door to your next step, to, right, like to, and then with discipline, then it gets you to abundance and success and all of those things, I think.
And you help the community in different ways too. I remember I have a big, very interesting project in Providence Hospital. I provide to them the workshop, workshop by stroke. Means the adult people have strokes. I can provide the best way to move your arms, the best way to move your fingers by art.
Oh, wow. Do you
This
work
is-
with blind people by chance? Or
Yes,
have you worked
with all of them, because when the group come with you, they all of them, they have a different issues, physical problems. And I worked with the Providence Hospital for 3 years until the pandemic. The pandemic hit us.
Let's do a workshop on that, like break
Yes,
for disability,
yeah,
with people with disabilities.
And I'm
I think we need to do.
Stroke for Stroke.
yes.
I'm programmed for 3 years using art to support stroke survivors in their physical and emotional recovery.
Like we need to do this. We're doing
That's
this.
amazing.
We're gonna do this. Okay. So we're saying this so we're accountable, etc. I think of this, and when I ask for blind, because my mom is actually nearly blind, and she actually lost her sight over the years, and it was really, really, really tough to see that. Obviously, much tougher for her because she had to adapt to a new life that she didn't ask for and would certainly was not enjoying. It was also tough for me, right? Like she was my everything, and she was my role model, and then seeing this really strong woman, I wouldn't say decline, but transferred to a life that was really difficult. It was and it still is, right? Like she actually comes and lives with me for periods of time. But I often think like we don't make these programs or I don't know, initiatives often thinking of the disabled. And I think that is magical. And I think I love that you incorporate that into your art because then it's truly inclusive, right?
Yeah.
It is not only help one people. I think we help the family.
Right, right.
Because you don't want to you want to support, of course, your family. They have some problems like that, but in the end of the situation, they want to find something to do, something really help them. So this is the best part.
Oh, I think so. We definitely need to work. We should do a workshop this year. Let's not let the year go by for, focused on people with disabilities, whatever that may be, because I think it's really important to bring that.
I work with disabilities. It's one of my favorite group. It's my second year, and I discovered too many beautiful things with the families, with the students. They grow with me. They move. I need to push to them to move hands. Some of them they didn't see very well. Some of them they don't walk very well. But I'm so happy. I'm lucky. Provide to them.
This makes my heart go. Oh.
I love it.
I love
my group. It's amazing. They give it to me a great opportunity to find another way to teach the people. It's the other way to teach them and help them.
I love it. Well, let's definitely commit to that because I think that's really important.
Thank you.
So what impact do you hope your art has on people who see it? And maybe this is a big, all-encompassing, big huge question. You don't have to tackle every single way, but is there one? I mean, obviously, you're transmitting, right? Like being able to be inclusive and work with people that you normally don't. But is there anything else that you hope art, like that you want people to see through the art that you make? Recycle items is one, right? Like inclusivity. Is there anything else that
It's hard when it's hard to be an artist and live by artists. It's super hard, but of course I want to the people have the opportunity to enjoy all the art I made by cardboard.
I was going to say that. I remember the sculptures that you brought, like Catrinas for Dia de Muertos.
I love them, yeah.
And I was holding them. I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even know that they were egg carton until Yolanda told me. And what I took away from your art is the perspective of using materials that we just throw away when we're done and make something beautiful.
Beautiful, right,
Yes.
right.
So I guess the cliche thing, and another person's garbage is another person's treasure. You can make beautiful things.
Yeah.
And then I was holding it like this. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. So
I know.
Thank you. And I started with this kind of art 2 years ago, and I present my art in a museum. And I remember I returned to there to collect my art, and the lady told me, no, Maria, you want to receive your check in your house. I feel like a emotional, super happy because somebody buy my art, by recycle. And until that happened, a lot of things start to sell.
Yeah.
So
the energy started flowing. Yes, I love it.
I say it's hard the competition with others because a lot of people make a beautiful things, but I really happy to. I'm coming from Mexico, and I try to be more authentic. Don't mix my style, because Mexico, they have their own style, and we are rich in that way.
Yeah.
We have a really rich culture, but I try to make the best I can, but the originals.
Yeah.
So.
But that's also, I think this is where, well, it depends on what context, right? But I think that's the beauty of being from different places and living in different countries, and is that you pick one and you move, the essence of you always be Mexican, right? Like me. And you live in another country, and then you learn a different technique, and then your art fuses, right? Like when it's infused by this new technique, and then it becomes something else. I think that is something to be embraced, like respecting tradition, of course, for whatever that is. But I think the beauty of who you are as the unique being that Maria, that you are, is how you are implementing and incorporating all the things that you've learned throughout your life, right, in different countries, in the different places, with the people that have crossed. I think we need to embrace that. I mean, I speak from a perspective of someone who's lived in different countries for different places for different situations, but it's often like, well, I'm not real Mexican because I left a long time. Well, yes, but right, you could be more like you could. This new art and new perspective is born, and I just think for us, especially immigrants, and now it's probably more important more than ever to emphasize that we are unique, and you can pick things along the way. You don't have to, stick to the traditional, if you will.
The technique I provide to my students, is not new. Pedro Linares Lopez is the unique person, creator of the Alebrijes and Catrinas and all the paper art. So I don't try to copy. I try to conserve the same style and bring to the new generation, because remember, when the people born here with the family coming to Mexico, they lose part of our authenticity. So my goal is teach this generation. So this is from Oaxaca, this is from Guadalajara, and they make it because this, and the students need to know.
Right.
Also
the history and the traditions.
Also, the same adult people, they don't know.
Right.
You ask to them, you say, oh my God, what is
an alebrije? What is it?
See, they don't know. They don't know. It's a lot of confused. The alebrije making in Oaxaca, and the other making in Mexico City. So,
right. Yeah, Mexico is a very diverse and ideas country. But I love it. And alebrijes. Whenever you do a workshop, let me know, because I want to.
Absolutely, you want to see in my page.
Can you create your own alebrije, or alebrijes like set in stone? No, right? You can create your own.
Yes, I make a lot of workshops with alebrijes.
Okay.
If you see my website, you want to see, it's the most popular I have, and I make it in the museum in Shack in Everett. And in different places.
Oh, please, we'll share everything that you do, so that all of you who are listening, and us, when we publish this on YouTube, we'll put in images of what we're talking about, so people can see. And Danny here will help us. Make that happen.
No, of course.
Thank you.
Another question that we love to ask. I think you can answer in two different ways, right? One or the other, or both, right? What advice would you give to young emerging artists, or perhaps what advice would you give your younger self right now, with the experience that you have and everything that you've learned and where you are now in life? So either emerging younger artist, or what advice would you give to your younger self, right? Like either way, whichever you want, and you can answer both, or one, or none.
Answer one.
Okay. I'm sorry for that, Sandra, but could you repeat exactly what I want to?
No, that's fine. So, like, what advice? Sometimes when you're old, you're like, okay, if I could say this to my younger self, like to me when I was younger, it would be this, right? So that's that. Or if I could give this advice to younger artists, this would be.
Oh, it's super hard question. Super hard. So
that's what I say.
I love sewing. I love sewing. One of my favorite topics is make dolls. I didn't have a time to make dolls anymore, so I can make it. Made me so happy. Teach my students. That's no matter what they age are. Teach make dolls. Mexican style.
Like do dolls. It when you're okay. Yes. So
because this is really interesting. The way they sewing, the way they create it, the way they reflect some personal in the family. So it's different perceptions the kids
So you would say so that's something you would have liked to get into, and now, okay, well, it's never too late, I think.
Never is too late. Never.
The fun part in life is that you can always, it's never late, and you can start anything at any time.
The artist never is late for doing things. So
right.
we never be a retire.
Right.
So my husband waited for me 7 years to be a retired. He goes, you never want to see me in front of a TV, watch TV all day long. No. This is not an artist.
Right.
So you want to die the last day in your life with a brush in your hand. So
this is why I want to learn how to crochet, because even when I'm watching TV, I want to be doing I want to create something.
A lot of things you can do and you see it. So
yes, I completely agree.
I think what I've gotten from you from speaking right now is my biggest takeaway is just take the chance, because you never know where you're going to end up. You're never going to know when you're going to sell an art, when you're going to go pick it up, or what you have. Do the hard stuff, because you never know what's the gift at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So I have students that they never make anything. Never. But they are retired and they are boring at home. So well, I'm not doing something. So they discover things about you.
Right.
They discover abilities. They never have opportunity to do that. So not only paint, you can cut things. You can cut pieces of fabric and make quilt and make. So the art is not only paint. Art is everything.
Right.
All you imagine. This is like a big tree in your head. A lot of branches, a lot of things to make.
Right.
So
right. I love that. And I think I go back to my mystical. That's just who I am. I cannot separate that from the art. But I do think that moving the energy, when you want to do something and sometimes you don't know what you want to do, it's move the energy, right? Like, okay, maybe I want to go that direction. I don't know if I want to crochet, but let's get, something, or let me just do one thing. You don't know. Maybe it's not crocheting. Maybe you saw that in that class somebody was sewing and you're like, oh, actually, that's what it is.
Or write.
Oh, right. Exactly.
So
it's like
write in the old style.
Get started.
With cursive.
I love cursive.
Yes.
No.
So I need to change my writing because I'm learning by cursive. But why don't discover this kind of abilities in you?
Right. Exactly. And I think it's, you don't know until you start it, right? Like if you don't know where sometimes it's like, well, I don't know what my hobby is. Well, then try one thing, try another. It's like move that energy. And then you never know, one thing may lead to the other. Then you meet people, you build community, or you join a community that's built, united by the love for something, and then you already have something, something in common, and then maybe that person invites you to something else, and you never know.
I have a very nice friend from Vietnam. She never finished the school because they don't have money to finish the school. And she discovered make cakes. But the way she decorate the cakes is really artistic.
Right.
You can eat that one because it's a perfect flower.
You're like, I feel guilty eating it, so perfect.
This is art.
Right. Of course. Art can be anything, right?
Art is a big tree. Big things to project art in different ways.
And that's,
not only make one things.
100%. And that's where I think the human's imagination is infinite, and this is why try it, right? Like I love seeing Jose when he comes in with his different outfits. He's an inspiration, He always like new glasses, like
hair,
I love it.
Injury.
Well, injuries, I don't. Well, but I think it's art can be your glove. It could be your clothes. It could be it could be in your office. It could be in very subtle ways, but it could always show up, but art is so important in life. Like we cannot forget that door to imagination and door to, for me, hands to abundance. So
I have a homework for everybody. They need to discover what do you want, and what do you like.
And maybe we should do a workshop for that. Let's talk about how to discover it. I love it. Well, is there anything, or do you have a question? Oh, go ahead.
I don't know if you answered this one, but who is your biggest inspiration? Like an artist or a family member or a novel or a movie?
Oh my God.
Something that you can
many.
always go back to when you need to light up the candle to feel inspired again?
Well, my family is big inspiration for me. I am the only artist in the family. Everybody they have a different kind of way to live in this moment. But they inspire me because when I decide to be an artist, my mom, number one, say, you want to die. You don't want to make any money for the artists because they believe.
Always the Hispanics.
Yes.
You can say that closer to the microphone.
They need to be
We've talked about this. We've talked about this with other artists, right? Like,
yes.
it's
They believe, mi hermano Timo wants to be
you're
an
gonna die.
engineer.
Te vas a morir de hambre. That's
Te vas a
what
morir de
you're gonna
hambre.
be hungry.
But I think nobody wants to die in that way because you really love something do you want.
And there's always a way to do it. Like, you can have your job, and then this could be art, could be your side gig. Like, it doesn't need to start as your full income, right? Like at the beginning. Again, move that energy. Like, start that little project.
But let me tell you something. Not always you need to do an only art. You need to sometimes support with something else. So you need to open your brain and doing something else because in the beginning never is the easy for any people.
No.
Right.
Whichever you did in your life in this world never is easy. You need to make money in different ways. So I open in that way. If I need to clean a house, I will do it. If I need to work in the garden, I can do it. But I never stop my projects. My project is like a homework every single day. So until that happen, you can flew.
Yeah.
The money is coming. Now I can tell you, I live in that way only. I'm so proud for that.
But I love it, and it started right. Like, I think life is, in the way I say it for those who can't see my eyes. I'm sorry, my hands, like a pie, right?
Like a pie. Yes.
You have to have, work represents a percentage, right? Like relationships, friends, art, etc.
Yeah.
You cannot completely ignore, right? Like, it should always, and maybe art starts with 0.0001% of your life, but then it'll change into something bigger if that's what whatever attention you get, whatever you bring your attention to grows.
Yes.
And if you don't try, right? Like, it doesn't have to be your full income, and you have to be willing to, like you said, be flexible.
Exactly. Never business in this time. Give it to you money in the first year.
Right.
In my experience.
Well, that's the case with entrepreneurs. Like, you open a restaurant, you're not going to see money the first 2 years. Like, you have to. It's an investment.
Hard.
It's an investment, right?
And work so hard until that one make the root more strong.
Right.
And ready to
Exactly.
Ready to work.
I have a friend who has a very successful business right now. He has like over 6 schools for French and Spanish.
Ooh.
And every time we message, he's like, oh, like, I'm going to the office, and it's 11 a.m. And then at 1 p.m., he's like, oh, I'm done working today for the week.
Because he probably worked his butt off before.
And then I was like, I want that life. He goes, well, I used to work 80 hours a week.
Yes.
And I never saw money.
I concur with that.
And now I can be like an hour piece, but I still love what I do.
Yes.
But it was like, no, for like 8
It
to
took-
10 years.
I can agree with
Going
that.
to like NYU, putting in the time to study, making sure that I knew
Yes.
accounting, and now I can
Right.
live this life.
100%. It's a journey.
Yeah. My experience in my first business in Mexico, I start my business 7 a.m. because I need to put my son in the school, and I finish 9 p.m. Every day, and weekends too.
We call it, I have a friend who calls it pay your dues. You pay your
Yes,
dues. When you're
yes.
young, this is why I tell the young people, you're young, you have the energy, do it now. Go to school full time,
Yes.
2 jobs, go to your, 'cause when you get older, you're not going to have that much energy, and you want to get to a comfortable point where I've already struggled, I hustled, right? Like, but I agree that it has to, you have to pay your dues, and you have to do it, and it once you
Work
get to
hard.
that skill, you can work less hours because you were like, okay, before accounting used to take me 5 hours. Now with experience, I could do it for whatever the case is, right?
Because okay, it's good go to the school because everybody need to continue your education, but the real school is your life. It's when you really impact you and learn. By you every single day you work.
Yeah, no,
It's also good to take breaks.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's important. No, it's important for life and work balance. We're not saying you should work 80 hours. I mean, at one point in your life, maybe, but think of the returns, right? Like, and I often think for those who, see the tip of the iceberg is your success, right? People see this successful. You're the successful woman who has, right, working at hospitals and travel, but they didn't see the days that you were working from 9 to 9 p.m., right? Like, and I think it's so easy, right? Or 8 a.m., 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. But it's so easy to judge, but we don't know people's stories. And when you see somebody at the top, you didn't see all of the beats that the slaps and falls that life gave you. And I think it's, it's just important when you don't compare yourself to others. Like, we have that tendency, because we're humans, like, oh, why does she have this? Or what? Well, she probably worked her butt off, right? Like, oh, maybe she didn't. She just went, like, you want to get there with shortcuts, and that's the problem with searching for external validation. No, you have your journey, work at it hard, and whatever you put your heart into, it's gonna pay off if you really truly put yourself right. Like that
the
energy.
Way that I live, I'm 30, gonna be 35. The way that I live my life now.
Can we switch?
The way that I see my life.
No, oh my God, I would not.
is by the time that I feel successful and older, I want to just write a biography of myself.
You should.
And just
start
like,
it now.
Even if I read it, like, I want to go through, like, for the holiday toy giveaway, you made me do a PowerPoint highlighting all the events from this year, from last year. And I always get so siloed in just doing the one task that when I was doing the reconstruction of all the events,
You're like, oh my God,
I was like,
oh my
gosh, oh my gosh, wait, that happened. It was really cool.
Can you reshare that PowerPoint? I forgot where I saved it, and I need to for a report to go.
I was like, whoa, that was a big event. That was a small event, but we got a lot of compliments. And all the people that we worked with, people in the community, people that I now consider friends. So it's cool.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Well, love this. Like we told you, these conversations can go in many different directions. But is there anything that you want to mention before we part? Is there anything you want to talk about that we didn't talk about?
Well, thank you. I want to say thank you very much for being part of this wonderful. So it's made me feel really special today, and especially because start our year.
Yeah.
So this is
First
really
one of the year.
nice.
Yes.
My first project in the year. So
2026.
2026. I say thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Love it.
Us.
Well, Maria, thank you so much for sharing your story. The point of this podcast is so people hear, and maybe not everything, but if one little piece resonates with them and that inspires them to get started, that's the whole point. So thank you so much for being with us. We look forward to all of the collaborations and the workshops and all of the things that we said we're going to work on that we already committed to.
Yes.
But yeah, good luck to you. And tell us where people can find you. Do you have a website or social media handles? It'll be written also in the caption when we share this. But is there something you can mention it?
You can find me on thefatbrush.com, and it's in Spanish.
Fat brush.
When,
brush.
when I make this
That's all I
business,
think.
I open with that one lady, Mariana Ochoa, and say,
Ooh, I love that name.
and this now he live in another state, but we work together in start to this business, and I say we want to put a really easy name to everybody remember. And a lot of people ask me, why you put it the fat brush? Because you go, what's the matter? What brush you have in your hand? You want to make something.
Yeah.
Right. And the fatter, the better.
Yes, yes.
I don't pay it, but I imagine.
Yeah, you found me in thefatbrush.com. And
Perfect.
my website is in 2 languages, Spanish and English. Yeah.
Great. All right. Well,
Thank
now
you.
you know where to follow her. And yes, stay tuned for the workshops that we're going to have with Maria, which are going to be really exciting. And I have our little helpers here. If you're on
tangled.
YouTube, they're like, they're stepping on my microphone. I can't move anymore. But thank you so much, Maria. Thank you.
all of you.
To all of you. Thanks for listening. We wish, this is the first episode of the year. Lots to come. And yes, we're going to be bringing more updates, etc. But yeah, thank you, Jose, and thank you to our, here, Danny, who's
Tech
in the back end.
Danny, thank you, Jose.
He makes it all happen. I don't know. I thought when starting a podcast, I thought you would just sit and talk. No, there's so much behind. So yeah, thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon. And yeah, have a great rest of the year, 2026.
Bye-bye.